And again, you got 120 minutes. Wow, I've given y'all too much time. I need to change that. In probability, a blank is a process that can be repeated in which the results are uncertain. Which one is it? I think it's experiment, but I could be wrong. And of course, y'all know that one. It's not supposed to bunch them up like that. I'm sorry, it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to spread them out. Tapioca is a good pudding.
What is it?
I think I was making it that night.
Rice pudding?
Yeah. Do you know that rice is a good source of protein? Did you know that? I didn't know that. Brown rice is better protein than a lot of protein sources. I didn't know that. Okay, I'll shut up. In a certain lottery, an urn contains balls numbered. Okay, go ahead and do it, because this is where you start seeing a lot of the questions. So get your calculators out and do this one. In a certain lottery, an urn contains balls numbered from 1 to 25. From the urn, 4 balls are chosen randomly, without replacement. For a $1 bet, this is a good question because it tells you you're buying one ticket. A player chooses one set of 4 numbers to blah, 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 blah. Okay, what is the probability of winning with one ticket? That question is a legitimate, correctly worded question. Not like the one, did we go over one the other day, or it might have been 103. There was one, it was either in this class or the 103 class, and it just said 5 balls numbered blah, blah, blah. What is the probability? And then the question, you put the probability, which would have been a big number, but they wanted it over 1. And that was a bad question because it does not say that you bought a ticket. It just says, what is the probability? Well, it doesn't say that you bought a ticket. It doesn't say, it's assuming that you're buying a ticket. So there are some questions out there, and that's why I'm very adamant about this, because on the standardized test, you're going to get some questions that are, you got to watch the wording or you'll get it wrong, especially with y'all taking the, what is it now? Is it SAT or the ACT? What do y'all take now? Y'all take one of the two or both. I don't know. It's whatever District 5's whim is. So when you do see that question, make sure that you define whether it has a 1 or whether it says winning. Most of them, 99% of them, say winning by a ticket, whichever the case may be. All right. So what would it be? You don't have a Powerball, do you? So it's just 1 over 25 combination 4. And it says, now let's read the directions, because this is where I get a little bit, persnickety. I don't give you credit if you don't follow the directions, because they do say use scientific notation. So it's going to be a very, very small number. So somebody tell me what the answer is, because, well, I better do it, because y'all going to give me 3 different answers. Right? Yeah. No. So let's go with 1 divided by parentheses 25 combination dang old 4 and enter. 7.9 times 10 to the negative 5th. 7.9 times 10 shift up to the negative 5. Capiche? Which of the following variables have a positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation? Numbers of doctor on a hospital staff and the number of administrators on staff. Huh. That could be questionable. But anyway. Number of doctors on staff at a hospital and the number of administrators. It would be a positive correlation because the more doctors you have, the more administrators. I wonder how that works in District 5. The less teachers you have, the more administrators you have. That's the way it works in District 5. Which one's that one? That one's 0. That one is overall grade. Suppose that events E and F are independent. What does independent mean? Meaning that it is with replacement and that the probability is not affected when you draw something out. Like, remember the marble bag? You pull it out, you put it back in, it's not affected. That's independent. So this is the multiplicative law. Okay, suppose that events E and F are independent. E is 0.3, F is 0.7. What is P, and what's the key word? And. Everybody highlight that and in your notes. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, what's 30 cent times 70 cent? Or 3.3 times 0.7? What? 0.21 should be. And it didn't. There we go. Next. A survey of 900 randomly selected high school students determined that 839 play organized sports. What is the probability that a randomly selected high school student plays organized sports? That would be 839 over what? Somebody do that for me? Well, let's do it here. 839 divided by 900. And that's 0.9322. We look and see it says round to the nearest hundredth, thousandth. Can't read. 0.932. And what's the next one? Interpret this probability. Dang old 93% of the population at the school does what? Plays organized sports. So if you have 1,000 high school students, how much would that be? It's about what? Be 932. Now, why am I not saying exact? Nothing is what? Nothing is exact. Okay? That's like saying, are you 100% sure that this will happen? No, nothing's 100% sure. Okay? Next. Determine if the following statement, these questions are too easy. I'm going to have to make them more challenging. What do y'all think? Determine if the following statement is true or false. Probability is a measure of the likelihood of a random phenomenon of chance what? Behavior. You just come on in whenever. That's fine. How was breakfast?
I didn't have it.
Well, you should have. You come in like 30 minutes late, just gaffing off class. Probability is a measure of the likelihood of a random phenomenon or chance behavior. I would say true, wouldn't you? No, it should be you can predict the future. That's what it should say. Okay, now this is a standardized test question. All right, now I want you to look at it because some of y'all are going to go, about 80% of y'all, oh yeah, I know how to do it. And 20% of you are just going to stare at it. Okay? All right, it says using the given table, which lists 6 possible assignments of probabilities for tossing a coin twice to determine blah, 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 blah. Which ones are real? Okay? Which of these are real? I think that's what it's asking. Okay? So, let's look at the first one. 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is what? 1. Remember, in probability, you can't have anything Below 0 or over what? 1. It's got to be between 0 and 1. All right, the second one. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is, plus 1 is 1. So that's okay. So right, A and B is okay. Let's look at C. Well, first of all, we got to have a common what? Denominator. So we got to change 1/5 into 2/10. And 1/5 into 2/10. So what's 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3? 10/10. So that's good. All right, D. What's the problem with D? Can't have a negative. So D is out. So put an X on D because you can't have it, and circle the negative 1/3. You can't have it. What about E?
No.
No. Why?
It's just 4/7.
Because it's 4/7. It has to be 7/7. And F, I have no idea. Let's see, 12. That'd be 4/12, 4/12, and 3/12, right?
It's 1.
Okay, good. Thank you. Let's see. That's a 4. Yeah. 4. Yeah. I'm making sure. So what is it? A, B, C, and what? F. So you go up here and you type in A, B, C, and F. So my son had to go to a little Halloween party. They ain't no bonfire yet last night. I decided to watch the 3 Jeepers Creepers. Y'all ever seen Jeepers Creepers? That's about a stupid movie. I'm just saying, if you ever see Jeepers Creepers, it's kind of far-fetched. Don't watch it. Okay, next. Sorry about that. Whenever it comes into my mind, I'm sorry.
Wait, why did you watch all 3?
Hmm?
Did you watch all 3?
Because I wanted to see what it was all about.
You were like, oh, it's not working.
Yes, sir.
Is that the one where like they're on the bus and the thing comes? Okay.
Yeah, so he's like a bat, like a human bat. All right. Yeah, very intellectual watching TV. All right, when is the week of finals? Please make a note of this because y'all answer this question. Y'all, not y'all, but everybody answers this question. And then what do y'all ask at the end of the semester? When's the week of finals? And I look at you like, now, I don't give a final in here. Y'all do what? Y'all take it on what? Online. So you got the whole week to take it. Okay? What? Everybody's yawning this morning. Why is everybody yawning? Y'all realize that when y'all get out of college, y'all have to go to work at 8 o'clock. Y'all realize that? Okay. So y'all need to realize that, right? All right. What's the correlation here? Okay, now I don't have any idea what they're asking. It says, do the 2 variables have a linear relationship? Okay, y'all read those. It has a linear relationship. It's positive. It's going up. Okay? It's D as in Delta. C as in Charlie. Do 2 variables have a positive or negative? It has a positive. So make sure you know those 2 answers. Make sure you read that question. I mean, all they have to say is yes. Do they have a linear relationship? All you have to say is yes. I don't know why they have to Philadelphia lawyer it and make it sound like but statisticians do that. What is the probability of an event that is impossible? Here's that question that I told you is on a standardized test. All right? And I told you to remember birth control. I hate to use that, but birth control, it says what? It's 99.8%. Okay, that's right at close to 100. But does that mean it's impossible to get pregnant? No. Okay, so what is the probability of an event that is impossible? 0%, right? Or 0. But does that mean that it never can happen? No. Okay, you can't go with the yes or whatever what you think. So 0 is the answer here. Suppose that probability is approximated to be 0. Does this mean that? No, it is not impossible. Just remember dang old birth control. I hate to use that, but a golf ball is selected at a random from a golf bag. if the golf bag contains 7 type A balls, this is the marble question, okay? Marble. So draw your bag and if a bag contains 7 type A balls, 5 type B balls, why do they have to make this so complicated? 7 blue balls, 7 yellow balls, 7 green balls. It's just like the marble question, okay? Find the probability that the golf ball is not a type A ball. Okay, a golf ball is randomly selected. A golf ball, one golf ball, all right, is randomly selected. It's amazing how confusing they can make these questions, all right? So 7 A's, 7 B, 5 B's, blah, blah, blah. What is the probability that it is not a type A ball? So you find the probability of type A and take the what? The complement, okay? So what would a type A ball be? 5 out of what? Or 5, where's type A? 7 out of what? Whatever the total is. 7, 5, 3, 15. Okay, so 8 out of 15 would be what? The complement. So somebody do 8 out of 15. I'll check it. 8 divided by 15. 0.53. 0.53. It says round to 3 decimal places, 533. That is a standardized test question also, but it could be marbles, it could be golf balls. Usually, 90% of the time they ask for colors. Okay, I don't know where they come up with type A, type B. That's just more confusing than anything. Do I replace your lowest grade? No, I do not. If the linear correlation between 2 variables is negative, what can be said about the slope? It's also what? Remember I told you, the slope and the correlation do have a relationship. Usually it's negative or positive.
Wait, but if there's no correlation in the data, then is there no correlation in slope?
No, yeah, that's the level line. That's the horizontal line.
So it always matches up?
Yeah, pretty much. Although covered in the handouts in the first week of class, what is the best way to contact me?
Where'd you get the pigeon from? Idea.
I have no idea. I think I was just thinking I might have been watching a movie. Maybe I was watching The Mummy, where they put the, no, that was a hawk, so I don't know where I got it. Okay. Okay, there's another one. Do that one. So it's going to be 18 combination of what? 5. Now see, here's that question. This is the question. It says a lottery exists where balls numbered 1 to 18 are placed in an urn. Okay, there's the highlight. To win. So that means that you have to consider that you bought 1 ticket. So you need to highlight that to win. Now, you must match the 5 balls in the correct what? So that's not a current combination, it's a permutation. So it's going to be 1 over 1 divided by, parentheses, 18, math, permutation, 5, and enter.
Can you explain why it's not combination?
Because of what?
Order matters.
Order matters. Good job.
Permutation too.
That's the only difference between a permutation and a combination. Permutation is order. So it says the number of outcomes. Simplify your answer. Okay, this does not say whether you need to put it in scientific notation or not, so it's very vague. I would say 0%, but I'm going to put 9.7, and I'll take either answer. 9.7 times 10, shift up, -7. Or I would take 0.000007 or 97. It doesn't say round to two places, so you can't put 0. So 0 is wrong, okay? Since it doesn't say round to the tenths or the hundredths, you can't put 0. So you have to put 6 zeros and 9, 7, or 6 zeros and 9, or scientific notation. Okay? Communication. That's that. Here's another one. When is the last day of class? December 3rd. So that's Monday. So y'all meet. So y'all don't come to y'all's Tuesday's class. Okay? That's another thing that gets me. If the last day of class is Monday, I get students, do we come to class tomorrow? Meaning Tuesday? No. The last day of class is Monday. And then I get students that say, like if the last day of class is on Tuesday, I get students Monday saying, do we need to come to class? Yeah. I mean, write it down.
When does the next semester start?
I can't barely get this semester done, and you're asking about next semester?
Well, I was just.
It's like the second or third week of January.
See what happened was.
You sucked on some gas.
There's a week of overlap with Hannah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna,
When does the homework terminate? Toward the end. And that's the only one with an actual number. And another golf ball. A golf ball is selected. Remember, I test you on standardized test questions. That way you see them when you see them. The golf ball is selected at a random golf bag. There's the colors. All right, 7, 8, and 4. So now we've got 7, that's 19. Find the probability of the following event. The golf ball, is red, green, or what?
Red.
Or means what? Additive property. Additive property. So you've got to add, let's see, what would that be? Green would be 7 over 19, and red would be what? 8 over 19. So 7 plus 8 is 15 over 19. And what would that be? 15 divided by 19. Did I check my numbers, make sure I added them right? 0.789. It says round to 3 decimal places. 0.789. Next, he takes the higher of the grades. Okay, there's a good question. You might want to write it down because that's also a standardized test question. Do not let the question confuse you. What kind of question is it? It's correlation. So remember your slope and y-intercept and all that good stuff. It's the same type question. Draw a scatter diagram. Well, you can draw it by hand or you can use your calculator. I'm going to use the Excel because I don't have to type them in. And highlight them. And go to insert. Insert. All right, so we're looking at a hump. Got a hump going down like that, and then got this right here. So, or you could say it's going straight line like this. So there is a negative what?
Correlation.
Negative correlation. Let's go ahead and write down, right click on one of the, add trend line, go down to display and display R. So I need y'all to write down those two. And somebody take the square root of that R, 0.8997. Take the square root of that. Because it's going to ask that, and I'm not going to be able to switch back and forth, and I'm not going to memorize it. So, well, R is equal to what? What's the square root of 0.8997? 9485. Okay, so now you go back, and which one is it? It looks like that one. Yep. Appears to be a linear negative And what was the formula? Okay, I don't know. It was hard to write down. Negative 0.6794. Can y'all write that down now? Okay, thank you. 0.67 x plus what? 6.6778.
First number is negative.
Thank you. That helps. Negative. And next. There's more? Good golly molly. Choose the correct graph below. Well, it'd have to be this one. Wait a minute. Let's look at it and see. Let's see where it's going. Okay, it's hitting that dot right there and almost hitting that dot. So find the one that is almost hitting both dots. It's this one. Now, is that enough? Hope that's it. If you miss a question, you need to see me after what? That's it. 30 questions. That wasn't hard. I still got an hour and 33 minutes. I need to change that time. Good gracious. And we got all but two. Let's see. 92. What is that one? See, I told you they would screw me on that one. 7.91. Now, would I give you that? Yes. So you need to see me after class if you get one of those wrong. I didn't read the directions, did I? No, I didn't. Round to the nearest what? But I'll be lenient with you on that one. What else did I miss?
But I swear when you did, that wasn't there.
Oh, well. It was Michael Myers. That one I got totally wrong. What the heck? I screwed that one up, didn't I? Oh, they didn't put it over 1. Somebody do, see, that's wrong. All right, somebody do 18 permutation 5 and tell me if you get 1 million.
Yeah.
So you don't win. You're not going to buy a ticket. So I guess whatever. I'll take that. I'll take both answers on that. That was that one, right? 29. What did I not round right this time? 0.679? Oh, I'm sorry. I put in 6794. Okay. So in theory, we got all of the answers correct. I just didn't round correctly, and I'll be lenient with y'all also. Okay. All right. Who's got a question? Well, good. Y'all can go now. Work on your homework and get your test done. Okay. And I will see y'all bright and early Wednesday. We'll start chapter 6.
Actually, we're gonna walk out today, so I don't know what I should.
Y'all have a good day.